What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend, but we're back here on the grind here for another 2K25 rebuild. And today we're talking about the worst team currently right now in the Eastern Conference, that being the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors are not off to a good start this season. Not that they had like crazy expectations or anything, but just they're not very good right now. And they actually have a decent roster that I think their record should be better. While they have had some injuries, don't get me wrong, there definitely are some things that could be changed on this team. So we're going to go ahead and jump in and do a Toronto Raptors realistic rebuild NBA 2K25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Let's take a look at the Raptors, of course. So Scotty Barnes has missed a ton of games. He got hurt Barrett from the get-go. RJ Barrett, Grady Dick, Emmanuel Quickly's been in and out of the lineup as well. Jakob Poeltl and Olynyk. So there are some things to like about this team. Davion Mitchell has been pretty solid for them, and Emmanuel Quickly's absence as well. There's some things they can move at the deadline. Bruce Brown, I think, is going to be a sought-after player at the deadline. If they decide to move on from a guy like Jakob Poeltl, who's had some good games here and there, they can move on from him. So a lot of different things the Raptors could still do, and I think that's probably what we'll start this video is be sellers at the deadline. Specifically, probably trading away Jakob Poeltl and Bruce Brown for sure. Bruce Brown has to go no matter how you slice it. They got him from the Siakam trade. And the whole premises or the whole thought process when they got him that they could flip him later on. And I still think they could do that. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and sum with the rest of season one. Of course, we're stopping at the trade deadline to try to upgrade this roster, or not upgrade the roster, sorry, by being sellers at the deadline, getting more picks for the future of this team. Today's video is brought to you by Daily Grind Fantasy's Optimizer. If you play on apps such as Prize Picks, Underdog, or any of these popular DFS apps, having a tool like this is insanely awesome to have to finding good plays right in front of you without having to do any research whatsoever. So we're on the Prize Picks board very late at night. We got Goga Badazze over 18.5 PRA. You got FanDuel at 19.5 and DraftKings as well, 19.5 with the juice. Heavily over at minus 120 at 19.5. So you're getting a very good price on Prize Picks. You also same thing with OG Anunoby. But there are some more data points in this Goga Badazze play. So I'd be smashing this one right now. Clearly some value in getting him at over 18.5 PRA at the moment. But there is quite a bit of other value on the board here as well. Rico Dowdle over 12.5 rush attempts for Monday Night Football. A lot of different things to like here. So if you want to check out Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, if you plan on these popular DFS apps, like I said, Prize Picks, Underdog, they have Better. They got Dabble, all kinds of options to choose from. So make sure to check them out. Links down in the description below. Other than that, let's get back to the video. So I'm starting with the trade deadline as promised, is I plan on trading Jakob Poeltl here. So I'm going to be trading Jakob Poeltl to the Mavericks in this trade. This doesn't specifically have to be the Mavericks, but this is the kind of structure of trade I'd be looking for if I'm Toronto. Just getting a first round pick for Jakob Poeltl. Maybe you can get two possibly. It wouldn't like totally surprise me. Maybe one's unprotected, maybe one's protected from a good team. I don't know. But this one is fine with me. We get Dallas, a first-round pick, and Maxi Kleber, who obviously is just there for salary filler. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this trade. Like I said, it doesn't specifically have to be with Dallas. I don't even think they have draft picks. So, maybe, if we're trying to be realistic here, we don't do it with Dallas. We try to figure out somebody else. So, what's a team that could use some rim protection that maybe has a contract that they could throw at us? So, like, Houston's a team that's going to be aggressive. So, maybe they wouldn't mind going after Jakob Poeltl, and they have some draft picks to maybe throw at us. Ooh, New Orleans still makes sense, although their season has been wonky so far. So that could also make some sense as well, but they don't really have a contract they can throw at us right now. So let me just go back to, like I said, Houston. We all know there's some aggressiveness about them. Will they give us like Steven Adams and, I don't know, like Jayshawn Tate or some Aaron Holiday, and then you can get, like, I don't know, Mogba. I don't even know if they would do this, but let's say you got Garrett Temple, and you give me, not the Suns pick, because it's probably valuable, at least in 2K. Let's say we get a future 2028 Rockets pick. I would do something like this. Getting a first round pick for Jakob Poeltl. Would they even do this? They're going to counter me. They want Ochai Agbaji, and I have to send a first round pick to them. Absolutely not happening. So yeah, I guess Houston's not going to be the team we do this with. It's got to find one team that, could use a rim protector. Cleveland, I don't, Clippers, no. Grizzlies, no. Hawks, I mean, maybe Heat. It's not Charlotte's interesting, I guess. You got like Grant Williams salary. Anything else you got going on here? Not really. So maybe we just do it with Dallas and just be okay with it, I guess. Utah, they don't really need him. I mean, Sacramento is interesting. Maybe they would give us Kevin Huerter in a first. I don't hate that idea if they would do this. And they will give me, they want a second, Garrett Temple. Sure, sign me up. We'll do this with Sacramento. They give themselves a rim protector who can maybe play behind Sabonis or whatever. So that's the first trade we're doing with Jakob Poeltl. And now we can also send Bruce Brown out of here as well. So Bruce Brown needs to play a little bit more. Has he not been playing for the Raptors? Because I have not heard his name at all. I don't think he's played too much for the Raptors this season. I could be wrong. But I still think, obviously, he gets on the court. We all know what he can do. In that Denver run, he was amazing. So if one, I mean, looks like we're not going to get the luxury of some team offering us a first, unfortunately. So the Warriors do. They want to swap a first. Wizards, I mean, do any of these teams make sense? Like Bruce Brown makes for, obviously, Phoenix makes sense. Detroit, no. Brooklyn, no. Orlando, I guess, but Rui. So the Lakers does make some sense, but they, like, maybe if I move Bruce Brown, a small forward who goes up in overall, that maybe boost his value up a little bit. So he's up to a 78. I don't know if that's going to change much, but just really trying to land a protected first if possible. Maybe someone just give me 4 seconds or something. I don't know. Just anything that we can get some value from Bruce Brown. If we can't find anything, I guess we can just keep them as well. So the Clippers offer me Derrick Jones and PJ Tucker, who obviously I don't care about getting either of those guys. So Rozier in a second. Don't really want Rozier. We can get Jakob Poeltl back. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. Just traded him. So Hardaway in a second from Detroit. I mean, it's kind of the trade structure I'm looking for, but I don't know if Detroit's the team that makes the most sense for, Bruce Brown. The Lakers, I think, make sense, but they are offering me Rui. Maybe they could do like Gabe Vincent, right? So maybe we could do this. I don't know if this would even work. So like Gabe Vincent, they need $9 more million in this trade, and like Vanderbilt. Like, no, Jared Vanderbilt's too valuable. So, and they don't want to take on the extra salary, apparently. Okay, so the odds of me getting this trade to go down, like I think, so we have to give a first. Obviously, we're not giving up a first. Although, I mean, it's the Sacramento pick we just got. Getting Vanderbilt's interesting, and Christie, like that's interesting and all, but I can't be the one that gives up the first in this scenario. I'd give you a couple seconds, but that's about all I can do. So let's see. And they want a top 10 protected first. So, yeah, I guess this is interesting. We give up a 2026 top 10 protected first. We get an unprotected 2028 Lakers pick. I mean, it's a weird trade structure, but it's not a bad trade. It's not a bad trade. But for realism's sake, stuff like this doesn't happen that often where teams like swap. I mean, I could see, I just can't get behind it. I'm gonna send him to Detroit. I'm just gonna do the trade with Detroit where he just goes for a second or two. Preferably for Toronto. I do think there's a possibility to get a first. Maybe his contract stops you from doing that just because obviously the new CBA. But Miami, I guess, is interesting as well. But Detroit is giving me it's our own second round pick back too, which is kind of nice. That's cool. Would they give me, I mean, could I squeeze a first out of them as well? Like, do they have any worthless firsts at all? Not really. Let's see if they can get 2 seconds out of them. 3 seconds. I guess we net a second. I don't know. Sure, why not? We'll just do that. So, not the best trade in the world, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, if Toronto can get a first round pick for Bruce Brown, I'm all for it. But we get rid of Jakob Poeltl and Bruce Brown. That took a little bit longer than I wanted it to. So let's just get straight into the offseason because we got some work still to do. So thankfully, we finished the season tanking pretty badly and ended up as the 14th seed in the East, which is obviously what we wanted. So let's take a look at the player stats to end off the season. So you had 19 from RJ, 17 from Scotty Barnes, 14 from Quickly, 13 from Tim Hardaway, 11 from Grady Dick, 9.5 from Olynyk, and 9 from Kevin Huerter. So let's go ahead and simulate these playoffs and let's find out who wins the championship. So Sacramento getting Jakob Poeltl, they made it into the 8th seed, but it didn't really matter. Timberwolves go on to win it all as usual. It's usually like the Timberwolves, Knicks, Thunder, of course, the usual stuff. So LeBron James is going to call it a career. So is Chris Paul. But of course, it all starts with a lottery for us. So let's see where our pick ends up. So we have the 3rd overall selection in this draft. Hopefully we can make the best of it and stay in the top 4, top 5. Let's see. And we get number 2. So New Orleans has number 1. And we have the 2nd overall pick. So obviously, I think Cooper Flag is going to go number 1 to New Orleans. I was kind of hoping we'd fall down a little bit, board a little bit, because, obviously we got to draft Ace Bailey. That's a no-brainer. But I was going to take the center because we do need a center for the future now with Jakob Poeltl gone. So this guy would have made a lot of sense. But with the fact that we're picking so early, we could take Dylan Harper. We could take Ace Bailey. A lot of different options here. But let's just go ahead. I mean, we can also, like I said, we could explore the idea of trading because we want the center if we want to do that. But I don't know, because it makes sense in this scenario. Is there any team that would like make sense to do it? So like Miami, no, probably not. Utah, nah. Washington's got some things. Blazers, there's really no one there. Yeah, let's just draft. Let's not even overthink this. So number 1 is going to be BJ Edgecombe to New Orleans. Very interesting that they take him. I mean, I guess we're getting Cooper Flag today. I didn't really expect that to be the case. Kind of didn't really want it to be that case, but I mean, if he's there, you got to take him. So welcome to Toronto, Cooper Flag. You have won the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. And now we have a early second. I'll take Kwame Evans here out of Oregon. And wow, okay. Well, not really how I expected this video to start, but hey, can't complain, right? So Cooper Flag, Kwame Evans, welcome to Toronto. Grady Dick Obaji will accept, of course, the qualifying offers. Davion Mitchell, definitely someone I want back. He's been good for Toronto off the bench. So Mitchell is a must resign to me. Everyone else I'm not too worried about. So we'll resign Donovan Mitchell to a nice little contract, getting him on a really good contract to be our backup point guard for the foreseeable future. So I like that a lot. And we don't really have money to do anything else. Okay, so quickly, Davion Mitchell, that remains the same. I'm fine with that. Grady Dick, Kevin Huerter. So Kevin Huerter is a rotational piece. RJ Barrett. So obviously we have to start Cooper Flag this year. So Barnes and Abaji is our power forward rotation at the moment. And we have Olynyk as our starting center, which, you know, not really supposed to be the starting center. So that could be something we should fix if possible. So let's see if there is a center free agency we can sign. We have B-Ball Paul. We have Jalen Williams. We have Day'Ron Sharpe. Honestly, I kind of like the idea of just going after Day'Ron Sharpe for a couple of years. I mean, he's young enough that he makes sense for us. So we're going to give him the opportunity to start in Toronto. So Day'Ron Sharpe, welcome to the Raptors. I like that a lot, and that's what we'll roll with. So now for player progression, we have Chomchi back, which is great. So Barnes is up. RJ Barrett's up. Quickly is down. Mitchell's up to an 80. Abaji is up. And then Olynyk is down. So Jamal Shed is up to a 76. So that's definitely something to keep in mind, which is nice. 6'1". Did not expect that kind of jump from him. Herder's went down, although it says he didn't. Jacoby Walter, 74. And then Chomchi, 71. Okay. So there's some nice pieces here in Toronto. Obviously, we're going to year 2 with... We have Cooper Flag now. But I don't think that's going to, like, change. I don't think we're going to be good still. I do have to cut one player, unfortunately. It's gonna have to be Jamison Battle. So Jamison Battle, I'm sorry. All right, so let's get in and let's get into this season and get into season 2 and let's figure out this rotation. I was losing my words for a second. All right. 2K's loading screen takes forever here for some reason, so I'll get to you guys. I'll get back to you guys in rotation. So here's the rotation for season number 2, Davion Mitchell or Quickly. It really doesn't matter. I mean, Quickly is making more money, so I do think it probably makes sense for Quickly to start, obviously. So, Mano Quickly is starting point guard with RJ Barrett, Cooper Flag, Scotty Barnes, Day'Ron Sharpe is the starting 5 for now. Grady Dick, Davion Mitchell, Ochai Agbaji, Olynyk, and Jamal Shed. So, looks pretty solid. I can rock with that. Proficiency is a 3.5 balance, so we'll see how this season goes. I also want to look at shot senses really quickly, so... Obviously, Cooper Flag's going to come in and score the ball a ton. RJ is up to an 84, and Scotty Barnes is a 79. So, let's simulate year 2. I mean, we could make the playoffs with Cooper Flag on this team now. But, you know, if I want to just be in the lottery, whatever happens, happens. Like, I'm not really looking for anything in particular. I do think there's a chance we're a lottery team, and I do think there's a chance we're a play-in/playoff team. So, we'll just kind of see what happens. We're exactly 25-25 at the trade deadline. You might be wondering, why did I stop at the deadline? Well, there's a particular player I want to see if I can land. So Scotty Barnes is averaging 20, RJ Barrett's averaging 17, and 14.5 from Cooper Flag. Obviously, right now, the weakest position on our roster is the starting center spot. I like Day'Ron Sharpe, but I prefer if he was more the backup center than the starter. So I have an idea of a guy that I want. This is the one guy I'm going to try for. If I can't get him, I'm just going to wait till the offseason to address the center position. So... he's in the Clippers, and I'm talking about Ivica Zubac. So Zubac is 28 years old. The Clippers are rebuilding, and clearly they, you know, are obviously in a little bit of a weird situation. But Zubac gives us a really good starting 5-man, which I like the idea of. So let's see if we can make something happen here. So we have Olynyk's salary, and we also have Huerter's salary to make this work. But we don't need both of them. So one of them, Huerter or Zubac. I mean, we could throw Olynyk's salary in here, it looks like. So if we want to do Olynyk instead. So Olynyk for Zubac obviously isn't going to get it done straight up. But if we offer, like, I don't know, this Kings pick that we got, not very valuable right now. What about this Pacers pick? Is it valuable? No. So our pick is the valuable one. Actually, none of them are really valuable to the Clippers, I guess, which I don't know why, because you guys need draft picks. So I don't know what we're doing right now. But 2028 and this Pacers pick. I mean, the Pacers are usually pretty good in the 2K sim. So Olynyk and 2 firsts for Zubac. Does that get it done? And they say no. Oh, wow. I thought they'd say yes to that. A second, and they agree. Okay. So it only took an extra second to get it done. We get our starting center, Navika Zubac, who's, pretty much in his prime right now at 28 years old. Welcome to the Raptors. Gives us our starting center. 2 first-round picks for Zubac. Is that a little rich? Yeah, potentially. I could get behind that, but I guess we're kind of going for it because it's not like this team is super young. Don't get me wrong. Like, clearly RJ is already 25. Barnes is already 24. I guess, like, it is young. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like 19 to 21, right? Like, we're definitely more in the mold of going for it eventually. I'm still going to start, like I said, quickly over Davion Mitchell, but I guess the 2K sim likes Mitchell a little bit more. But regardless, 25 and 25 in the dot right now. I imagine with bringing in Zubac, we're probably going to be a little bit better throughout the rest of the season. Gives us just a really good starting center. So we'll see how we finish the season. So Luka Doncic wins MVP. Dylan Harper is your Rookie of the Year. Amon Thompson, 6th man, Wemby Defensive Player. Sarge, your Most Improved. And Tatum's your Clutch Player. And Jason Kidd is your Coach of the Year. So, didn't finish the season as strong as I would have wanted. But I will say, we made it into the play-in. So we could take that. Cooper Flag, of course, all rookie first team. So great to see that. But yeah, we're a play-in team as a 9th seed. So Milwaukee in round 1, you had 21.5 from Barnes, 17 from RJ, 15 from Flag, and 12.5 from Grady Dick. And obviously, this is only going to continue to get better. So they really want to start Davion Mitchell, man. I guess if that's what it needs to be, I'll rock with it. So let's see if we can get out of the play-in and into the playoffs to give ourselves some playoff experience. So looks like we're going to blow out the Bucks in the first leg of the play-in. So that's a good start. 81 to 111. Love that. And now we get Atlanta, who my Blazers just beat tonight as I'm recording this. Well, I guess it's 1 a.m. right now. But it looks like we might get in as long as we don't blow this lead. And we will be in the playoffs. 124 to 119. We're the 8th seed going up against a Miami team. Let's see what they're looking like. I honestly think, yeah, Rozier, Tyler. I mean, it's the same Miami team as usual. I guess they got Ace Bailey too. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that we could upset this team. I don't know, man. Just have a weird feeling that this could be an upset watch. They want to put Quickly back in the starting 5. Okay. 3.5 proficiency. Not saying it's going to happen, but just watch for it. And we are going to be in an even series thus far. 3-2 goes to them. All right, so they want to get Mitchell back in the starting 5. They really, 2K likes Davion Mitchell over Quickly right now. I don't know what it is, but they do. Game 6 in Toronto to force a Game 7. Can we do it is the question. Going to be close, but I think they're going to run out of here with the win. Oh, wait a minute. No, yeah, they got it. So 112 to 109. Close one, but unfortunately fall short. We pushed the first seed to the limit. You got Chicago and San Antonio as the finals, and Spurs going to win it all with Wemby. All right. Harden retires. DeMar DeRozan retires. All right, let's go to the lottery then. So draft lottery time. Let's see if we got anything going on here. Doesn't look like it this time. So we obviously gave the Pacers pick up, which that pick ended up being... Where did Pacers pick end up going? So Hawks via San Antonio. For some reason, I can't find the Indy pick. And it is... I have no idea. Maybe that pick is in the future, or I'm just being stupid and I can't see it right now in front of my freaking... Or it's 24. Literally right in front of my freaking face, like I thought. Okay, so I don't think we had a draft pick, by the way. I don't think we had one at all, right? We had 16. I just can't see right now, I guess. All right. So let's go to draft night, unless we can go at pick 16. Obviously, this isn't pick 2 where we got Cooper Flag, but still a first-round pick nonetheless. So Harrelson is probably the pick here, so welcome to... Toronto, Gerald Harrelson, welcome, 75 overall. Probably won't get minutes right away, but gonna be, either a trade piece or part of the future. So Chomchi and Abaji are both free agents. We will resign Abaji. He's listed at power forward right now. We could make him even better at small forward. Not worried about bringing Kevin Huerter in. I feel like I trade for Kevin Huerter a lot, dude, and I just don't ever keep him. It's kind of funny. So Quickly in Mitchell is still a fine point guard rotation, and All Shed is still sitting here just getting better in the background too. RJ, Grady Dick is our string guard rotation. Obviously, we had to give Cooper Flag a starting spot and Barnes starting at the 4. So we can move Abaji. Mogbo looks like he might be ready to play this year. We can move Abaji to small forward because he's 6'5", so he should play there anyway. Harrelson probably won't be able to play. Player development's going to be very interesting here. So let's go to play progression and let's see how good this team gets, because this rotation might get a little interesting to look at. So RJ is down. You have Barnes up, Cooper Flag up, obviously. That's a no-brainer. So All right, so it's not as crazy as I thought it might be. So Grady Dick's up to an 84. Mitchell's up to an 81. Quickly stays in an 80. Babaji up to an 80. All Shed is up. Jacoby Walter is up. Bobo is up. Daron Sharp is up. Harrelson is up. Kwame Evans, or sorry, Harrelson's not up, but he's going to get up. And then Chomchi and Kwame Evans. All right. Not going to lie to you. I think we have quite a few pieces to make a big trade if we choose to do so. Like, there really is that opportunity. I really feel like, and as crazy as this is to say, I do think there's a chance we can win a championship this season. I don't know why. Silver Flag, I mean, we're 5th ranked power ranking. We got Zubac. We brought Zubac in here, which gives us legitimate starting 5. We have Mitchell, RJ, Flag, Barnes, Zubac, Grady Dick, Quickly, Abad. I mean, the bench isn't bad either. I think we can make this work. I really do. I do think Daron Sharp should get these minutes over Jamal Shed, unfortunately, because we do need a starting or backup 5 more than anything here. So I mean, the one position obviously could use an upgrade as a starting point guard, but with RJ, Flag, Barnes, and Zubac, like these 3 obviously are going to be our scorers here. I don't even think it's really that necessary to replace our point guard that much, unless we get like the perfect opportunity, I guess, at getting the right fit. I don't know if we'll find that, but we're going to go into simulate year 3 with the expectation that we could really make some noise this season. 41-14 at the deadline right now. We're a lot better than I ever could have anticipated, to be honest with you. And I do have the idea of trying to make a move here. So obviously Scotty Barnes, Cooper Flag, RJ Barrett are all doing their thing as expected. Grady Dick is an 85 overall. That's kind of gone under the radar. Quickly has been okay as well, but I do kind of want to make an upgrade at the point guard spot in particular. And that'd move Mitchell back to the backup. So Quickly is the guy that kind of becomes the scapegoat here as far as maybe making a move here. And there is one guy in particular I am looking at. Well, there's been a few guys, but, you know, I would love to go get Cade Cunningham or something like that. But I'm looking at more realistic options. So Maxey is interesting, obviously, but I'm going to steer away from that. Jordan Poole, I'm not going to go for. Josh Giddey was kind of a thought for a second, but then I was like, I don't think he really fits on this team. But there is another Chicago Bull I was looking at, and that is Kobe White. I think Kobe White would be an awesome addition. He's making $22 million, so it's kind of right around what Quickly's making at the moment, I think. Oh, Quickly's making a little bit more. Wow, I didn't realize the price difference on that. Quickly got a freaking bag. Holy moly. I knew that. I just kind of forgot, I guess. All right. We need more money in this trade. Ooh, I wouldn't mind getting Lonzo. That'd be kind of wild. So we get Lonzo and Kobe White in the same trade. Can we do that? Can we pull something off like that? I doubt it, but let's say we gave them Jamal Shed. Quickly, Jamal Shed for Kobe White and Lonzo Ball. This becomes an interesting trade immediately. So we get 2 really good rotational point guards, which, you know, would really just complete things for us, I think. What can I throw in here? So if I get Kobe White, Lonzo Ball, that immediately makes Davion Mitchell kind of redundant, because we'll play Kobe White at point guard and Lonzo would be the bench player. So we could trade Davion Mitchell as well, although, like I said, I really like what he's done on this team. But, I mean, getting this rotation on this team would be phenomenal, I think. So our point guard rotation basically right now for theirs, Kobe White, Lonzo Ball, is it worth the upgrade is the question. Do we do this? I think Kobe White would be worth the upgrade. I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do this trade. So I'm going to offer this trade up with Chicago. And they are going to, I think, counter me? No, they don't even counter. So I thought they might counter. They say no. We can trade our first because obviously our first isn't worth anything. This is taking forever for them to even like consider a trade. So unprotected first, not going to happen. And then maybe another one, I guess. 2030 unprotected. And they agree. Okay. Well, we went for it. You can't say we didn't go for it. So Kobe White is our brand new point guard. Lonzo Ball backing him up. Brand new point guard rotation here. So Kobe White, RJ, Flag, Barnes, Zubac, Grady Dick, Lonzo, Abaji, and Jacoby Walter becomes. Again, I'm still going to play Daron Sharp over anything else we could play because I still think we need that rebounding off the bench. So yeah, I'm happy with this. We'll see how the rest of the season goes with Kobe White joining the fold. Hopefully that makes us an even stronger team. We'll see how it all unfolds for the rest of the year. So after everything, Darko gets the Coach of the Year nod, which is great, and Connor Matthews is your executive. Here's your All-NBA first team. We do get Scotty Barnes making All-NBA second team, so that's great to see. I don't think Flag is going to make it just yet, but obviously down the road he will. All-defensive team, I don't know if we'll have anybody here. Nope. But like I said, man, we were damn good. And I didn't expect to be this good this year, but, I mean, when you draft Cooper Flag and you have, like, guys like Grady Dick off the bench, I mean, it kind of helps out. So obviously we made the big gamble on the trade with Lonzo and Kobe White in hopes of making it to the finals here. So let's see how this goes. Charlotte in round 1, who have LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Igor, Miles Bridges, and Capella, and Trae Young off the bench. Okay, somebody cut around against them. And yeah, that was just a weird rotation for them. And now we get Brooklyn, Claxton, Sohan, Whitehead, Cam Thomas, of course, is a beast, averaging 29 in the playoffs. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. We have not dropped a game yet, and we just sweep Charlotte and Brooklyn back to back. Okay. And now we get Detroit. So, playoff stats so far. You have 24 from Scotty Barnes, 21. I mean, Kobe White's been playing great, so that's good to see. Showing up in the playoffs for us, so that's phenomenal. All right. Well, Detroit, let's see what we got in front of us here. Cade Cunningham, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Sarr, Ron Holland, Duran. I'm sorry, but I think we beat this team, right? Like, I think we have a much better roster than them. I don't see how we lose. Yeah, we might not even drop a game in the East. That's actually insane. All right, we do drop 1, so that got broken. But hey, we only dropped 1 and through that entire run. But now we do draw Minnesota in the finals, which of course is never easy. Minnesota is a damn good team. They got Mitchell Robinson as their new backup. So game 1 goes to us. Beat them by 22 there. So far, so good. And damn, we're a force to be reckoned with. Holy moly. I did not expect to be this good. I mean, getting Cooper Flag, bro, I'm telling you, man, just a cheat code. We are going to blow this one, 107 and 119, unfortunately. So, wouldn't it be wild if we blew a 3-0 lead here? That'd be pretty crazy. Hopefully we can't, do anything like that. But it looks like we're going to run away with this one in game 5. So I'm going to jump in and play a little bit to end this out, though. 2 minutes, 14 seconds left. Man, what a freaking video. In year 3, we turned things around that quickly. Did not expect that, but I mean, we made quite a few aggressive trades because I still think Toronto, like I said, they're not in the full-on rebuild because they just they have players that fit the mold of, eventually things are going to turn very quickly. They're not like the most young players in the world, if that makes sense, if you get what I'm trying to say. Early release, unfortunately, on the Kobe White 3, but I did have quite a bit of room. Lonzo Ball, DiVincenzo, going down Mitch Robinson, we foul him. So that's going to be the 5th foul on Scotty Barnes. I wouldn't surprise me if they take out our starting 5 here in just a second, or guys in general. So yeah, now we have our reserves in, it looks like. We have Lonzo still out here and Grady Dick. So I'll shoot around with Grady Dick a little bit. Or Abaji. Let's go to the Kansas guy, Grady Dick, where I'm from, as most of you know. So let's see if we can get anything going with Mr. Grady Dick here. All right. Yeah, pretty simple. We get fouled on the layup from Randall. Randall just hit a game winner against who'd they play again? Wasn't it the Suns? Yeah, I think they played the Suns and hit a game winner on them. So walk-off 3, I think it was. 118 to 88. Anthony Edwards is going to have the ball, and we're going to see if we can stop him from scoring on this drive. I guess this isn't a drive, this possession. This isn't football. All right, Anthony Edwards 3, and that's going to be an in and out 3, so we get the rebound. Going back to our Kansas boy, Grady Dick. And Anthony Edwards is going to be on me. And we got low energy on our boy as well. All right. Give me a screen. I believe that's Mogbo. I was thinking about, 3 with Chomchi. I don't even know if Chomchi can shoot 3s. I don't know much about him. But we tried it. Did not go down. It went in and out, though, low-key. Rob Dillingham. Lonzo guarding him. Gobert's got the ball down low. He's pump faked a couple times, didn't fool me, and we get the steal. I don't even know how I got that steal, but we did. All right, Lonzo Ball. Let's cook with Lonzo Ball. Why not? Give me a screen. Nope, wasn't there. All right, let's see if I can just... Holy moly, that was too easy. What are we doing, Rob? I mean, Rob Dillingham is just too small. Lonzo is just too big for him, bro. That was easy peasy. All right, so Dillingham is going to try to make something happen here. 19 seconds left on the clock. Anthony Edwards... Gonna try to shoot a 3, I imagine. I gave him space. That one's gonna go in. Not that it matters. It's 91 to 120. So we get one more possession here to try to score, and this game is all but over. And we're gonna walk away with only losing two games in these playoffs at all, which is crazy. Lonzo 3. It's gonna be excellent release, and that's a great way to end this video. All right, guys. Again, I did not expect. I mean, I think the last Raptors video I did, I titled it, I quickly turned the Raptors into contenders, and low-key, I could title this video literally the same exact thing. Obviously, I'm not going to, but man, what a freaking turnaround that was. Really easy. to get the Raptors a championship. I did not expect to run into Cooper Flag in today's video, by the way. I did not think we'd be good enough for that. But hey, the Jazz or whoever it was, #1 overall, took VJ Edgecombe. I forgot who it was, but they took VJ Edgecombe before us. We let Cooper Flag fall to our laps and we take advantage. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank y'all for watching as always. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.